If I told you that your legs could predict your future, would you believe me? No, I'm not talking about palm reading. Your walking speed after 70 is like a crystal ball for your health. Studies show that the faster you move, the longer you're likely to live. So are your feet whispering good news, or are they trying to warn you? Let's find out. A massive study found that seniors who maintain a brisk walking pace tend to outlive their slower peers. But why? Simple. Walking speed is like a health checkup in disguise. It reflects muscle strength, heart health, circulation, and even brain function. If your steps are strong and steady, chances are so is your body. But if you're dragging your feet, pausing too often, or feeling unsteady, it could be a warning sign that something's slowing you down on the inside too. Think about two guys, Joe and Frank. Both are 75. Joe walks with confidence, head high, step steady. He crosses streets without hesitation, climbs stairs with ease, and barely breaks a sweat. Frank, on the other hand, used to be just as active but now finds himself trailing behind. He takes frequent breaks, sometimes feels wobbly, and avoids longer walks altogether. While Joe's speed suggests that his body is still in fighting shape, Frank's slower movement is a red flag for declining health. Before you start panicking, here's the silver lining. Your walking speed isn't set in stone. If you've noticed yourself slowing down, you can rebuild strength and stamina. Start with daily walks, use light weights for leg exercises, or even take the stairs instead of the elevator. The more you move, the stronger you'll stay. So, the next time you're out and about, pay attention to your pace, because in the race against time, staying quick on your feet might just help you stay in the game longer. Alright, so you've checked your walking speed. Maybe you're still moving like a champ, or maybe you realized you've slowed down a bit. Either way, here's the next test of longevity, and trust me, this one's even sneakier. If you had to call in backup or smack it against the counter like it personally offended you, your body might be sending you a warning sign. Turns out, the strength of your grip is one of the best indicators of how long you'll live. Not your cholesterol levels, not your weight, not even your diet, just how firmly you can hold on to something. Sounds crazy, right? But studies have shown that a weak grip is linked to an increased risk of heart disease, mobility issues, and even cognitive decline. And here's the kicker. Grip strength can predict mortality better than blood pressure. Let's talk about two guys, Robert and Walter. Both are 78 years old. Robert has always had a strong handshake. Even now, when he shakes someone's hand, they nod in approval. He still carries his own groceries, twists off stubborn bottle caps with ease, and doesn't hesitate to help his grandkids move furniture when they ask. His grip strength isn't just a party trick, it's a sign that his muscles, circulation, and nervous system are all still in top shape. Walter, on the other hand, noticed something weird a few years back. His grip started to fade. At first, it was subtle, fingers cramping when holding a bag too long, struggling a bit with that twist-top bottle. Then he started feeling weaker in general. His balance felt off. He caught himself gripping handrails tighter, needing extra support just to stand up from a chair. What he didn't realize was that his weakening grip wasn't just about his hands. It was a sign that his whole body was losing strength. And once muscle loss starts, it can snowball into frailty, falls, and a faster decline in health. Here's where it gets really interesting. In one study, researchers tested grip strength in thousands of adults over 70. What they found was shocking. People with a weak grip were almost twice as likely to die within the next decade compared to those with a firm grip. It wasn't just about hand strength. It was about total body resilience. Think of your hands like a gas gauge for your overall strength. If your grip is running on empty, so is the rest of your body. And just like a car, once the engine weakens, everything else starts breaking down. If you just tested your grip and thought, uh-oh, don't panic. Grip strength isn't set in stone. The best part? You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment to improve it. Here's what you can do starting today. Squeeze a tennis ball or stress ball for 10-15 seconds at a time. Simple, but powerful. Use hand grippers. These little gadgets are cheap but work wonders. Carry your groceries instead of using a cart. Even just a little extra effort builds strength. Do push-ups or planks. Yep, your grip is connected to your whole upper body. Here's a challenge. Grab a heavy skillet or gallon of milk. Hold it in one hand for as long as you can. If your arm starts shaking after just a few seconds, it's time to start rebuilding that strength. Because at the end of the day, how well you hold on to things, literally, could be the key to how long you hold on to life itself. Alright, so you've checked your walking speed and grip strength, but your balance. Here's a fact that might shock you. 1 in 3 adults over 65 takes a serious fall every year in the US, and hip fractures alone are linked to a 20 to 30% increase in mortality within a year. But so let's put your balance to the test right now. Stand up. Lift one foot off the ground. See if you can hold it for at least 10 seconds without wobbling. Did you last the full 10 seconds? Or did you tip over like a Jenga too? If you struggled, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. It's a direct reflection of your brain health, muscle coordination, and overall longevity. Let's look at 2 women, Carol and Nancy, both 72. Carol has always been active. She takes daily walks, practices yoga, and plays pickleball with her friends. She can stand on one foot with ease, maneuver through crowded grocery store aisles without a problem, and if she ever stumbles, her reflexes kick in to keep her upright. She doesn't even think about balance. It's just there. Nancy, on the other hand, started noticing little things. She'd reach for something in a cabinet and feel herself tipping. She'd step off a curb and feel momentarily unsteady. Then, one day, she tripped on her own rug and barely caught herself on the couch. She brushed it off as just getting older. However, what Nancy didn't know was that declining balance is one of the earliest signs of neurological decline. It's not just about weak legs. It's about how well your brain, muscles, and nervous system communicate with each other. And if your balance is deteriorating, it's a warning sign that something deeper might be happening. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. A massive study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine followed 1,700 adults between 50 and 75 and found something shocking. Those who couldn't hold a one-leg balance for 10 seconds were nearly twice as likely to die in the next decade compared to those who could. It wasn't just about falls. Poor balance was linked to heart disease, stroke, and even dementia. Balance is like a hidden health meter. If you're struggling now, it means your body is losing its ability to react quickly, process movement, and protect itself. And that's a problem. If you wobbled during that test, here's the great news. You can rebuild your balance. Unlike some aspects of aging, balance is trainable at any age. Here are 3 simple exercises to get you back on track. The 10-second challenge. Stand on one foot every morning for 10 seconds. Once that's easy, try closing your eyes while doing it. This really wakes up your nervous system. Heel-to-toe walk. Walk in a straight line, placing one foot directly in front of the other, like a sobriety test, but for longevity. This helps strengthen coordination. The invisible chair trick. Try standing up from a chair without using your hands. If you struggle, your leg strength might need work too. If your balance isn't what it used to be, don't ignore it. It's not just about avoiding falls. It's about staying independent, strong, and sharp for years to come. So next time you're brushing your teeth, try lifting one foot. Every second you can stand steady is a second you're building a longer, healthier future. Imagine this. It's 3:17 a.m. You're wide awake, staring at the ceiling. You flip your pillow to the cool side, shift positions for the 100th time, and glance at the glowing numbers on your alarm clock. Sound familiar? Here's something you might not know. Your sleep isn't just about rest. It's about survival. While you sleep, your brain clears out toxins, your cells repair, and your immune system recharges. But if you're constantly waking up tired, tossing and turning, or struggling to stay asleep, your body might already be suffering the consequences. And the worst part? You won't even notice until it's too late. Let's meet Henry and Bill, both 75 years old. Henry is a solid sleeper. He goes to bed around 10:30 p.m., wakes up at 6:30 a.m., and doesn't need an afternoon nap to function. His memory is sharp, his energy levels are stable, and his doctor says he's in surprisingly good shape for his age. Bill, Not so much. Bill's sleep has been terrible for years. He wakes up multiple times a night, sometimes drenched in sweat, other times gasping for air. By mid-afternoon, he's groggy, forgetful, and reaching for his third cup of coffee just to stay awake. At his last doctor's visit, Bill's blood pressure was creeping up. His blood sugar levels weren't great. And worst of all, his risk of dementia had increased by nearly 50%. If you've been brushing off bad sleep as just part of getting older, think again. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that sleep-deprived adults over 70 have a significantly higher risk of Alzheimer's, heart disease, and even early death. Why? Because when you don't sleep, your body goes into survival mode. Your brain floods with stress hormones. This leads to memory issues, mood swings, and increased anxiety. Your heart takes a hit. People who sleep less than 6 hours a night have a 48% higher risk of heart disease. Your metabolism slows down. Poor sleep is directly linked to weight gain and a higher chance of developing type 2 diabetes. A lot of people assume they're fine. After all, they're used to getting by on 5 to 6 hours of sleep. But here's the shocking part. Sleep deprived. People don't realize how much their performance is suffering. Scientists call this sleep debt. Your body starts functioning at a lower level, but because it happens gradually, you don't notice it happening. It's like driving a car with the brakes slightly pressed. You think you're going full speed, but really, you're slowly breaking down. The good news? You can reset your sleep clock, and it's easier than you think. Here's how. Stick to a bedtime schedule. Your body craves routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time, even on weekends. Avoid screens an hour before bed. Blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, making it harder to fall asleep. Cool down your room. The ideal sleep temperature, 65 degrees Celsius. Your body sleeps best when it's slightly chilly. Watch the late-night snacks. Eating too close to bedtime can keep your body too busy digesting to properly rest. If you snore or wake up gasping, get checked for sleep apnea. This silent condition can take years off your life, without you even realizing it. Tonight, when you crawl into bed, pay attention. Does it take forever to fall asleep? Do you wake up feeling like you barely rested? Do you rely on caffeine just to make it through the day? If so, don't ignore it. Because every hour of good sleep is an investment in a longer, healthier future. And the best part? Unlike aging, sleep is something you can actually control. Picture this. You sit down for dinner, fork in hand, but something feels off. That hearty meal you used to love? Now, you barely have the urge to eat. A few bites in, you push your plate away, uninterested. It's just aging, right? Not so fast. A sudden loss of appetite after 70 isn't just about changing tastes. It could be your body's way of warning you that something bigger is happening beneath the surface. Let's talk about Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret wakes up feeling hungry and excited for breakfast. She enjoys fresh eggs, whole grain toast, and a bowl of berries. By lunchtime, she's craving something hearty, maybe a grilled chicken salad or a warm bowl of homemade soup. Her body thrives on good nutrition, and it shows. She has steady energy, strong muscles, and rarely gets sick. Then there's Susan. Over the past year, her appetite has vanished. Some days, she skips meals entirely. When she does eat, she relies on quick fixes, processed foods, sugary snacks, and frozen dinners. She's lost weight without trying, and her once strong legs now feel weak. At her last doctor's visit, the truth hit hard. Susan wasn't just losing weight. She was losing muscle mass, bone strength, and even her immune defenses. Her body, starved of nutrients, was aging faster than she realized. Think of appetite as a fuel gauge for your body. When you stop feeling hungry, it's not just about food. It's a red flag. Muscle loss accelerates. After 70, muscle mass naturally declines. But without proper nutrition, the process speeds up. This can lead to frailty, falls, and longer recovery times from injuries. Immune function weakens. Your body relies on vitamins, minerals, and protein to fight infections, repair cells, and keep you strong. Without enough nutrients, Even a mild illness can turn serious. Energy levels plummet. Food isn't just about calories, it's about sustaining brain function, heart health, and metabolic balance. Without enough fuel, you might feel exhausted, forgetful, and even depressed. Here's the shocking part. 1 in 3 older adults in the U.S. suffers from malnutrition, often without realizing it. And those who unintentionally lose weight have a higher risk of hospitalization and early mortality. If you've noticed changes in your hunger, don't ignore them. Here's how to reignite your body's natural signals and keep yourself thriving. Prioritize protein. Your muscles depend on it. Aim for lean meats, eggs, beans, and dairy at every meal. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can disguise itself as a loss of appetite. Try to drink at least 64 ounces, 8 cups, of water daily. Add healthy fats. Foods, like avocados, nuts, and olive oil, keep your metabolism running smoothly. Spice things up. Aging can dull taste buds, so try adding herbs, spices, and citrus flavors to make food exciting again. Make meals social. Eating alone can make food feel unappealing. Call a friend, join a group meal, or turn on your favorite music while you eat. If food has lost its appeal, pay attention. A shrinking appetite isn't just a phase. It could be a silent warning sign that your body is missing what it needs to stay strong. And here's the good news. This is one of the easiest signs to fix. Nourishing your body today means staying independent, active, and resilient for years to come. So the next time you sit down for a meal, ask yourself, is this just another plate of food, or is it fuel for a longer, healthier life? Aging isn't just about the years you live, it's about the life in those years. Every small choice you make today shapes your future strength, energy, and independence. Walk faster, grip stronger, eat better, sleep deeper, and stay connected. Your best years aren't behind you, they're the ones you create now. Aging isn't just about the years you live, it's about the life in those years. Every small choice you make today shapes your future strength, energy, and independence. Walk faster, grip stronger, eat better, sleep deeper, and stay connected. Your best years aren't behind you. They're the ones you create now. What are your thoughts? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Stay tuned for more.